Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. It's finally joined the full Samsung Galaxy S family because it has that same look and feel. Now, this is the new one, all new, but you might remember what the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra looked like. It looked like a mix between the S line and the Note line, so that's gone. And not only is that gone, but Samsung has done a full-scale redesign here. 15% lighter, the bezel is 15% smaller, thinner than the last one. It feels lighter. A couple other things that they've done here on the hardware side, we have Gorilla Glass Armor 2, which is going to be more scratch resistant and more reflection resistant. We have the Qualcomm Snapdragon Gen 8 Elite chip, so that's their first one across the Samsung Galaxy S Ultra line. It is a 3 nanometer chip, which means it's going to be more efficient. They're telling us that they're seeing great battery life gains on this, although we don't have real numbers yet. The cameras, one really big change here. We now have a 50 megapixel ultra-wide camera. That means that your ultra-wide shots are going to be that much better, but it also means that your macro shots are going to be greatly improved because they're binned, right? So they're binned down to 12 megapixels and they should look a whole lot better. There's also, and you'll see when you get in close, they've redesigned the camera array too. They're actually almost floating on the back of this. It's a pretty cool look, right? It's pretty, sexy look for the camera here. They haven't changed the price, which is also good news. And also, there is a massive upgrade on the AI side. So it's more of a holistic AI system. There's personalized AI. This is going to learn about you. It's going to learn about you in a special, secure place on the chipset, and it's going to use that information to customize your experience, give you daily briefs, morning briefs, evening briefs, pulling all together all the information, but that information doesn't go anyplace else, doesn't go to other people, stays here. So they've done that. They've also improved things like the ability to alter images with AI, or even portraits. You can change your portraits into sketches. So who needs to learn how to draw anymore? You can just do it right in here. They've also got an audio enhancement, AI-based audio enhancement tool. So Jake, I heard you had a pretty good meal last night.
Pretty good. It was a version of New York at the New York Hotel. I went to Greenberg and Sons. We had some sandwiches. They had New York style pizza, New York style deli meats and sandwiches. Well, it wasn't the real thing, but it was close.
All right. And so first we'll just... Had a pretty good meal last night.
Pretty good. It was a version of New York at the New York Hotel. We went to Greenberg and Sons. We had some sandwiches. They had New York style pizza, New York style deli meats and sandwiches. Well, it wasn't the real thing, but it was close.
All right. So if you're recording audio in, like, for example, like a really big convention center or at a concert or even a busy street, and you really just want the voices, you can, on the fly, do a slider, you can raise those background voices, or you can pull them all the way back. So they're just so many new features, AI-based features on this. So I think Samsung's accomplished something with the S25 Ultra and their basically embedded AI that Apple's been trying to do with the iPhone since they introduced Apple Intelligence, is make it all kind of seamless and work together at the touch of a button. So we're able to ask questions, natural language questions, and we actually don't provide a lot of detail. We just kind of provide our intention. Tell it what we want while holding the button, let it go, and it uses a couple of models. It's using Gemini, it's using Samsung's AI to pull it all together to access the apps that it needs, both the Samsung native apps and the Google native apps, to get you the answer you need. Now, Samsung is going to be opening up this API so that other third-party companies can work with them. So then it's really going to be you asking almost any question and getting the information you need all through AI. Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra actually has something brand new inside of it called TIM, Thermal Interface Material. That works together with the vapor chamber, which is 40% larger than before. Now, the vapor chamber and the TIM are together on top of the chip, and they are basically wicking away the heat and dissipating it somewhere, but keeping it more efficient. That's mostly what it's about, efficiency. If you manage the chip heat, you get a more efficient phone and better battery life. Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra still has a QHD Plus screen, but it now has Pro Scaler technology inside of it, which means everything gets upscaled. Something is not high enough resolution, it's going to get upscaled on the fly on this screen. So even though this is a full redesign, the package isn't larger than the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. In fact, what they've done here is they took the bezel and made it smaller. So what that got you is more screen real estate. This was 6.8 inches, and now it's 6.9 inches diagonally. Samsung's been working on the One UI update, so it's going to come with One UI 7.0, so that's going to be a big update to the system. And it's all coming in a package that's going to start at $1299.99, which is the exact same price as it was before. Oh, and yes, of course, you still work with the S Pen. There is a slight difference where they've taken away the communication that would have allowed you to hover and sort of do actions when you're not really even close to the phone, but Samsung says no one was using that anyway, so it doesn't really matter. All the other features are still there. All the drawing features still work just the same way. And if you don't have to be right on top of the screen to be able to control things, that still works too. So the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra is finally part of the design family. It's getting harder to tell the difference. Most of the design cues are quite similar. This one has, the rounded corners are a little bit squarer than you would find on the S25 Plus and the S25 main. The flat sides, they're the same, really. The cameras on the S25 Ultra are a little bit more pronounced. They kind of pop off the back a little bit more. The design language is complete. We're all part of the same family. That's the full story on the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. More details to come.